Hey everybody, I'm Mr. Brad. This is Mr. Joe. We're the Bloom Brothers, and we're here today to give you another free tutorial, an awesome concept that Mr. Joe is going to teach us. I'm going to follow along, and Mr. Joe.
Hey guys, Mr. Joe here from the Bloom Brothers. We're going to show you a sweet concept that we came up with for people who are beginner to medium skill level balloon artists. And we came up with the concept you want to get something really cute and fast done for people that has a really big wow factor. So what I came up with was an idea that if I could make the animals look like they were doing a position similar to this, where there was like OMG. So what we're going to call the concept that we came up with is OMGs. So these are our OMGs that we're going to show you today. And since it's the year of the pig in China, we're going to make a pig today and show you a really awesome, cool technique that anybody can use to really give you a bunch of wow factor and have everybody that receives the piece say a real big OMG. So here we are, we're going to start today. We're going to take a 350. So Mr. Brad's going to do a pink pig and I'm going to do a blush pig. So we're going to grab a 350. And whenever we have our balloons, we usually leave them about a hand's width, a little bit more, but usually about a hand's width. And what we're going to do is, since we're making a pig, we're going to make a little bit of a marriage twist, or an apple twist, I'm sorry. Just going to grab it through. So we have that right there for the nose. And then we're going to make 2 flower petals for the cheeks of the pig. But we're going to want to make the cheeks really small compared to everything else, because I'll show you why. It ties in a little bit later to the OMG thing. You'll see what I mean. So we're going to make them very small. Almost borderline between flower petal and pinch twist. So then we should have our nose, and we should have our 2 cheeks right there. And then we're going to grab another balloon that's going to represent our eyes on the sculpture. And we're going to put the white balloon, for this example, into the juncture right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come up, I don't know, maybe a little bit more than a hand's width. Pinch them off. Show your example real quick, Mr. Brad. And then we're going to bring it back down and match the white bubble. And that's going to be our eyes right there. And then you can just discard the rest. Still have this bit sticking out the top. So we're going to bring that back down. Oh, Mr. Brad's already ahead of me. Okay. And then what we're going to do is, we have this right here. We're going to grab a 260 of the same color as this right here. And then we're going to tie the 260 into this junction point right there. And then what you want to do is you want to make a spacer bubble in between here, and then you want to make a pinch twist. So we're going to make a spacer bubble. I usually do about 2-3 fingers, and then a nice pinch twist.
Now what's really nice about this spacer bubble pinch twist is that it gives you some play. So if you need to slide anything in between these 2 balloons, you know how sometimes you'll slide stuff and the friction will cause it to pop? This spacer bubble and pinch twist will give you that little bit of play that you need.
Yes. And another reason I do this spacer bubble and pinch twist on a lot of my smaller animal sculptures is because this gives me the ability to manipulate the head in a way that allows me to have the sculpture with the head in the position that I want it to be. Because sometimes I'll make a sculpture and the head will be really wonky sitting this way, or it'll sit back like this and it won't look right with the body when I set it. And it would really annoy me and get to me. So I came up with a way of putting the spacer bubble here with the pinch twist, which allows me to push the back bubble up so that it makes the head come out to a more straight alignment like this, so that the head is always facing out towards the little kid or the customer that's getting the balloon, so they can always get the wow factor that I'm looking to give them when I create the piece. So once we make sure that the balloon in the back is pushed up and that the head is facing forward, we'll come down. Oh, sorry, I'm going way too far ahead. This is the really awesome part with the OMG. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this part around, this bubble right here, and we're going to bring it under the nose, but in the side of the cheek right here. And we're going to tuck a little bit of that side cheek bubble into the bubble we just did. So tuck it in just a little bit. And then we're going to repeat the bubble around the back, the same that we just did with this bubble. Try to make sure that it's as even as possible. So once we have that, we should have this right here. Popping in right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come down very short, not long at all. I like to keep these short. So we're going to come down and we're going to make a pinch twist out of both balloons. So we'll make one out of this one and then we'll make one out of this one. Pop the rest, but save the 260 though, because we're going to use the 260. And we're going to feed the 260 through this little space that we have right here. So what you should have is something that looks similar to this right here. Now I'm going to grab another 260 of the same color. It's really important to make sure that your nose or your beak or your muzzle, whatever part that you have right here, is always in between the two pieces of arm that are right there, because I'll show you why it's really important later when we tie it all in. So I'm going to grab my other 260 and we're just going to make trim pieces right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to make two little flower petals down here by the legs. You could do flower petals. I'll have Mr. Brad do a flower petal. And I'll do two little bubbles, like sausage bubbles. A little bit different. There's no right way to do anything. Any way that you feel that you want to do something, I suggest doing it that way. Twisting comfortable, in my opinion, is always the best way to twist. You want to be as comfortable as possible. Everybody can be happy. You can be happy. Your customers can be happy. You should never get annoyed or angry when you twist. You should always have fun, and that's the way that I like to twist, is having fun when I twist. And I'm going way ahead of myself and not saying what I'm doing, but all I did right here was just make two tiny little flower petals with the excess of the 260 that I made the feet with right here. And I put a little space of latex in between, just two little flower petals. It doesn't matter how big they are. It's all up to your own discretion and your own choosing. So then I place them in between these bubbles right here. And then this way the little bit of extra bubble gives me a pressure fit to where I can adjust I'll look at the ears in the front and I'll think of where do they look the best, where would I like them. So what we're going to do is now, getting ahead of myself, we're going to make a bubble probably about maybe 2 fingers wide, and then we're going to make a pinch twist and break the rest. We'll let Mr. Brad catch up real quick.
Thank you, brother. You said 2 pinch twists, Mr. Joe?
No, just a bubble and then a pinch twist.
Bubble and a pinch twist.
And then we're going to take that bubble that we made, make sure it's tied at both ends, and then we're going to make it tied together So it's kind of on the brink of a pinch twist and a bubble. Has a weird shape to it. And then we're going to place the bubble in between the arms and under the top muzzle. I usually have a bottom cheek here. I'll make a bottom cheek real quick just to give you an example of what I'm talking about. Okay, so now you have a little bit of a bottom part right there, a little bottom mouth part, and then you're going to slip the balloon through the back, but you're going to place it in between the bottom and the top part of the muzzle part is what I would say, the snout, muzzle, beak, the top portion of the face and the bottom portion of the face. Place that little black balloon in there and make sure that your arm bubbles are slightly over the flower petals or the cheeks. They could be round flower petals, however you do your cheeks. Just make sure that the arms are coming up in a fashion like that. And then what you should have is a really awesome little cute sculpture that really takes no time at all. I know it looks like it's taking me forever, but if you practice this, you should really be able to get this design down really fast. And it's adaptable to many other things. I got some examples Mr. Brad and I constructed before we made the video here, and I'm positive that you guys will love some of the stuff that we do. This is just a quick idea to give you guys, you know, a little bit of help and some new designs to work with. We'll probably make a better, more detailed video of it, but we just wanted to get something out there to you guys. We were real inspired by seeing all the stuff from Twist and Shout and being back from Florida Super Jam. It's been really awesome. So we just wanted to give something back for everybody. And another thing that we wanted to do with these OMGs is not only do the OMG wow factor, but we want to use scrap and other things that we have left over with balloons to add them to our sculptures to not only help clean up the environment, but to help use a lot of our stock. We pay money for the stock, so we should use as much as we possibly can, and to add a little bit of flair to the pieces that we normally couldn't do because we weren't thinking about using the extra pieces. So you can use scraps or just a whole balloon flat, full but not inflated. And we're going to show you what I like to do right now, which is just add a little bit of crazy style, which I'll slip it through here. And then what I will do is I'll make sure I have an even amount on each side. Bring it up to the top. Do the same with the next few. And all we're doing here is just making like some wacky party hair. You can do anything you want, really. It's really all up to you. You know what, I like going color to color with that. One more. Very awesome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for teaching us this, Joe.
Oh yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, something really awesome, just to add a little bit of color and flair to the pieces that you're making. So the main objective is this whole entire piece is to have the muzzle and the bottom part a little bit separated, to do that spacer bubble with the pinch twist, which allows us to get a little bit of drawback from when we come under that flower petal right here to make our cheeks. Make sure that the flower petals are slightly tucked in to the arms right there, not all the way, just slightly, but you want them to come at the exact side of that black balloon right there. And everything else is adaptable, but that's the main portion of the piece. And remember to add some scrap and some little flair just to help clean up the environment and to help use up the stock and utilize everything that we get when we buy this stuff. And yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy the design. We'll have a really awesome, detailed, more professional video coming really, really soon. As always, the Balloon Brothers love doing stuff for you. We're going to give you some examples real quick of some of the pieces we were making. Mr. Brad,
There you go,
this
sir.
is like a little duck or a little baby chick, whatever you'd like to see. Really, really, really cute design. Really awesome, same type of thing. I just added some little flower petals with string in the middle for the feet right there. Really, really awesome, cute piece right there. I love the hair because it's all floppy. When I give it to a kid or the parents, they go absolutely bananas seeing something like this. So we got a little baby chick or a duck right here.
My personal favorite.
This is this is Mr. Brad's favorite. This is my cat. It's a variation of my really quick cat. I have a really awesome fast cat that I was doing at Florida Super Jam, and this is a variation of it. Same type of thing. Arms going up onto the side of the black balloon right here. Spacer pinch twist right here. Top and bottom muzzle separated. Little bit of flare hair right there. Looks really, really cute and really, really awesome. Absolutely beautiful piece right there. And then this one right here, Mr. Brad and I constructed together. This is a little alien monster thing right here. Same concept, muzzle and bottom. Arms going up on the side of the black right there. There's a spacer and a bubble there. You can't see it, but it is there. Add little hair flare right there. Some wings, anything you want, you can add whatever. There's no limit. It's just a really quick base design to help you get something really cute so you can get that OMG factor. So once again, with another awesome free tutorial for the balloon world, it's the Balloon Brothers trying to help you
Maximize your money, maximize that cuteness so you can get more customers booking you.
remember to do something awesome like this to make everybody say OMG. This is the Balloon Brothers signing out.